Hello and welcome to Clipping In. It's Tuesday, the 4th of March, and everything's set up. I'm just outside Bretton Hall. Everything's set for a splendid, sunny, early spring outing on mixed surfaces. Any takers? Yeah? Thought there might be. Be back after these important messages. Yes, this beautiful weather. According to the forecast, I think there's one rainy day predicted out of the next 7. Oh! Maybe my hip heard the good news and decided to get its act together. I'm heading towards Bretton and the sculpture park, just dropping in on this bumpy little track, hoping it's a little drier than when I last came on here in, when would that be? December maybe. Aye, aye. Oh dear, I don't know if the camera captured the people tidying up there on the left. I thought these statues are getting more and more lifelike. Animatronics have come. Aye, aye. Nice steady climb now to leave the grounds of Bretton Hall and head up towards High Hoyland. I've forgotten my watch today, my trusty Timex Ironman that normally lives on the handlebars. I had to take it off when I fitted this bar bag. Can we see that? Normally I wear a rucksack for these kinds of rides, but I thought I'd squeeze it into a seat pack and a bar bag. But I forgot to take my watch. So this is a super low-tech ride. Oh, gate open. Well, this has been churned up by what looks like caterpillar tracks. And a few horses' hooves for good measure. Oh, I bet this were exceptionally juicy a week or two ago. Whoa. This is a route that in May, June, you can nearly do it on road tyres. I've done it on the finest tread, sort of pimple gravel tyres in a couple of years ago when I had a gravel bike, so All depends on the time of year, how rideable it is. Fast draining. Nah, then. Farm dog. Right turn. What was I saying about it drying out? Leaving Silkstone, heading for Silkstone Common. It'll be off-road soon. That big house there with the gates and railings, about 20 years ago, whoever lived there, they must have been dog lovers or dog breeders, or they were worried about being surprised by terminators. They had 10, I think, enormous Mastiff style dogs and a couple of Rottweilers, and when they were running around behind that fence, they'd run alongside you. It was like being at a safari park near the lion enclosure or something, and they'd the Mastiffs dwarfed the Rottweilers. Oh, they were big. I wonder what happened to them. They used to have a sort of a separate, almost like an airlock compound for deliveries and post, so that the delivery vans didn't have to go in the same section as the dogs. No sign of them since I returned to cycling in 2022, so maybe the place has changed hands, or I don't know. But no Baskerville style hounds to show you this time, thankfully. Bit of a climb now. A lot of a climb. Just keeping the gears down where I can. This mountain bike, unlike the brown one that I was riding a couple of days ago, this has got 175 cranks. The brown one has 170s. So for the sake of hip health, I'm trying to keep the revs up and not turn over too big a gear. Over the railway, still a live line. Well, that's the hardest part of the climb done. Still keeps going up. Network rail. Must be working on it. They're almost topping out. After this, it's mostly hard surfaces, I think. I'll be heading for Pennine Trail, tarmac surfaced for the most part, former railway track. If you haven't seen this bike before, it's a Specialized Chisel Comp. I've had it just over a year. 29er, alloy frame, it's XC design basically, so it's a 100mm RockShox fork, SRAM group set. That's about all I can say really. I use these hybrid pedals, so it's a SPD XT on the top and a platform there. Aye. And so that guy's on the Pennine Trail. Looks like a nice little e-bike tourer. Yeah, so easily distracted, aren't I? So yeah, this is my mountain bike now, and then the brown one, the rock hopper that I used a couple of days ago, that's the do-it-all shopping errand type bike. Well, I think, like I said, I've left my watch at home, but I think I've ridden somewhere around 225-ish now. Not feeling too bad. As I say, this is my first big circuit. The other rides, over the weekend, on Saturday I did about 320, on Sunday I did about the same, 320, but that was consisting of smaller loops so that I could say, oh, I feel all right, add 5 miles on, add 5 miles on. But here I thought I'd commit myself and come out on a big loop. I don't really know how far this is going to be, but it's going to be over 4 hours. That's what I want to do. Past the 4-hour barrier. Bannister broke the 4-minute mile barrier. I'm going the other direction. I'm sure that's profound in some way or other. This section of the Pennine Trail, it's a good surface. It runs all the way from Oxspring to the Woodhead Tunnel at Dunford Bridge, and yeah, it's the old railway line. There used to be, well, nowadays if you want to go from Sheffield to Manchester, you have to go the south side of the city, and they go through the infamous Tockley Tunnel, which is prone to occasional landslips and so on, and then it goes out Grindleford, through the Peak, Edale, and then burrows under part of Kinder out towards Newmill and that side of Manchester. But this line used to go to the north of Sheffield, out through Ooty Bridge towards, well, Oxspring, where we are now. I'm not sure when this line was closed, probably early 60s, like most of the lines, and there was the big beaching axe fell. I'm continuing on the Pennine Trail, heading towards Dunford Bridge, and quite a nippy westerly wind actually. Feels really pegging the temperatures back, but early March in the Pennines, can't expect too much. It's dry and sunny, and the hills are so close. Always a good sign. Dumford Bridge car park. In that direction, Winscar, Dumford Bridge and the Southern Pennines. Beautiful expanse there. You can see strings of cars coming across the wooded pass. If I spin this direction, that's the Home Moss direction, and if you look carefully and you've got the high definition enabled, you can see Home Moss mast. And turning in this direction is towards Home Firth and Huddersfield. Pennines are just ever so slightly hazy. Beautiful stuff. Oh, and just a chilly west wind just to bring us back to reality a little bit. I'm going to sign off here because I'm going to take the easiest way home, which is sort of Huddersfield, Leeds Road. Just head for home. My legs are feeling it. I wasn't too bad. I had a puncture stop on the rear wheel puncture on the Pennine Trail, and no difficulty with it, but once I got going again, oh, my legs are gone. So given that the last 3 months with that virus and everything else, and then the hip, I'm not going to push it, so I'm heading on the flattest, unfortunately busiest route, but that'll do. So for this edition of Clipping In, that's all for now, and I'll see you very soon. Hello. I'll see you very soon back out on the Yorkshire roads, trails, or any combination of those. Bye for now.